What's good, beautiful people? How on a day? Hello, everybody. It's been a good weekend so far. Yesterday, na my goddaughter birthday, Vector's second kid. So I did a party, so I'm gonna help me give her some proper good vibes, good thoughts, good wishes, so that she Flannery's daughter can grow up to be great. You know. And in addition, I don't go church today, go pray for unmerited favor. Now, I won't discuss with that today. That's why today's topic, the nation of opportunists. Should I not go pray today for merited favor? Undeserved glory. Yay! Unmerited favor. Okay, before I go on, somebody say he want fella in my background. You know, make I tell you that, seriously, there has been a concerted effort by the CIA agents and the agents of darkness and backwardness for humanity to constantly attack this my flag of Che Guevara that I have behind me here. You understand? If they don't come to say that Che Guevara is a murderer. Murderer of who? Of who? Of colonialists and imperialists that have murdered millions, of traitors. I mean, I don't understand, you know. Leave my picture. If you don't like it, don't come to the live. Leave. Che is not living here. Che is not living here. You see this? El Jefe. El Jefe is going to be here forever. When I move to my podcast studio, I'm carrying this El Jefe flag. So you people, you can't see. We are bringing back the spirit that will end imperialism, that will end neocolonialism, that will end domination. We are bringing back the spirit. All the lies you told against Nkrumah, all the lies you told against Lumumba, all the lies you told against Sankara. Because that's what they first do, to kill the revolutionary. They first kill his image. Lie against him, all kinds of lies. As they lie against my father all his life. All kinds of lies, non-stop. Don't tell a grown man about what he should do. Fella is in my blood. I have fella blood inside me. You know, so don't worry. Don't worry about his picture. Looking at me alone, you have seen fella's picture. You understand? You people also have so many fellas around now. I don't know why you need to come here to find them. You have so many. You know. Anyway, so let me go back to my topic today of unmerited favor. You know, and things like that. These things that we all pray for, where everybody they run around. I'll start with a very interesting story. You know, I'll start with the story of President Buhari. You know, Buhari is directly involved. Buhari did directly involved in the path where Nigeria did today, in the destruction of whatever dream where Nigerians get to fight for independence. You know, I don't tell you that before, say they important movie, no, say the Nigerian military were the black people that had guns and refused to fight against for black people. Their gun was always pointed at their brothers on behalf of white people. From Kaduna Nzogu to Aguiyi Ironsi, all of them were the biggest puppets around. You know, when somebody say Kaduna Nzogu na revolutionary, where was his revolutionary in 1957, 58? Did he ever support the people? Did Kaduna Nzogu ever march with Nigerians against colonialism? Did Aguiyi Ironsi, did any of these military men, their job when we were fighting? What did they do to the Enugu miners? To the Aba women? What did they do to them? What did they do to Pa Imodu's union? They were murdering them, beating them, jailing them, killing them. This Nigerian military, they left Nigeria. They were the ones that went to kill Lumumba for the UN in Congo. When you are here, go and read their background. All of them were in Congo in 1960, serving UN, Congo peacekeeping force, the Congo peacekeeping force in the UN in 1960. Go and look at all of them. Go and look at what they did as United Nations in Congo. These people's job from day one has been to destroy anything African people built. Go and look at it anywhere. Sankara, is the exemption that proves the rule. Because for something to be a rule, there must be an exemption. You understand? That proves that rule. They were all there in Congo, helping the white people to bring down Lumumba's government, surrounding Lumumba's house, assisting the secessionists in Katanga. These were the same people that now came to do revolution in Nigeria. Kill every politician, because the politicians themselves were idiots. Although they were puppets of white supremacy themselves, from Awolowo to Zik to Ahmadu Bello, all of them were white boy puppets. You understand? But they did not know that their white masters did not love them. That's their mistake. Not that they made mistake on behalf of us, so they made mistake for themselves. Because they thought white people love them. That no matter what they do, white people will protect them. The way they are protecting these military boys. They don't know that the military boys gonna be the white people boys. Say them just be fidi here. So they just don't use them to legitimize. Say we hand over our like the spoiler. You understand? We hand over our like the spoiler. No, that boy, you are not Katangwa, not Katangoa. I be Katanga in the Congo, DRC. So after they don't enter there, they let them spoil their self-image, spoil their self-name. They thief money up and down. They do like big man. They drive big car. They pack and give them. They activate their military boys. So yeah, it's time to. These people, nobody love them. If you kill them, nobody will complain. Oh yeah, enter inside and show them. Since then, we have been in the hands of this military. Now, then Kaduna Nzogu revolution, as they call it, for 1966 January. The retaliation, now they rule Nigeria today. You see, that opportunity, the opportunity then they rule Nigeria today, because the northern soldiers saw an opportunity to take power in the name of revenge. Opportunity, because nothing concerns revenge with power. If they say the Igbo people, say na Igbo coup, say Igbo people kill their people, after you revenge and kill all the Igbo officers for the army, because that's what the Buhari did. This is Buhari, you know what they do? Him, Muritala, all of them, Babangida, name them, Abdul Salam, name any Hausa military man, Shehu Yaradua, all of them woke up. They planned from January to July on how to kill every Igbo officer. And not be say they do them openly, say tomorrow we are coming to fight. T.Y. Danjuma, all of them involved. It was an opportunity. They just plan, they send signal for nights. They just wake up, go carry gun, lock armory, only their whole gun, just begin massacre all the Igbo people waiting inside barrack. All of them. Massacre everybody. Their so-called military comrades, where they trained, many of them went to school, just killed everybody. That opportunity, see, so yeah, your revenge finish. You say that because of revenge, But after they take power, insisted that there must be a new government. You understand? Insisted that there must be a new government which they controlled. Now that opportunity, that spirit of opportunism is what is ruling Nigeria till today. And among themselves, they begin to take opportunity. They do coup. Coup, all of them, one by one, everybody will lead that 1966 coup has ruled Nigeria at one point or the other. Every one of them, one by one, turn by turn, they will do their coup, do their coup, do their coup, coup. All of them, one by one. Now, opportunism. Not be say they get any idea, no real ambition. So, if the top is controlled by opportunism, imagine what is happening to everybody everywhere. All our industry is full of opportunists. Opportunity. Finish. Now, don't get it wrong, go. People need opportunity. Now the politicization of opportunity, now ain't they wrong. Now what they talk about it. When you politicize opportunity, it becomes opportunism. Now waiting me at the discuss with you. I mean, I feel open and ear understand. Because say me, gosh, I have the opportunity to be in Egypt 80 because my papa na fella. But at the same time, because I still say the opportunity they there, I train myself. All my childhood, I've been playing since I was 8. I trained myself. By the time my dad was dead at 14, he said, I don't reach level. They say, I feel they sing, they lead, they play piano for Egypt 80 that time. You understand? So this now important. I now became deliberate. Oh, there is this opportunity here to be a musician in this great band. Let me start training myself now to take this opportunity. You understand? Now, it's different from the fact, say, something will not be your own, where you not get any training for, day ground. You see and say, this thing will not be my own, I not get any business, no, day ground. Right? But because you get power, political power, military power, to impose yourself on that thing without any plans for it. You don't have plans. No plans, just opportunity. You see, you politicize the situation. Then you take it and you carry it. Because you have no plans for it, you destroy it. And now what thing they happen for all our industries. That's why you go bank. Not be people who read banking and finance, they work for bank. You go enter bank, you go meet people who do agri, people who do mass communication. Everywhere in Nigeria, square pegs in round hole. Square peg in round hole. Everywhere. Go civil service. Go anywhere. Everybody is there by opportunity. Just take any work where available. Yes. Just take any work where they available. You carry you put for head. You begin to work at that moment. Because you, man, this not be your intention. Many people are the see for Nigeria today. How many of us they do what we say we won't be when we small? How many of us? How many of us today for Nigeria they do what we dream of ourselves to be? In fact, as many as we did like this for Nigeria, I swear we don't get any child where they dream of being astronauts. If you know Peking for Nigeria as we did like this now, if you know any Peking where they dream to be astronauts for Nigeria like this now, call me out. That's a Peking 100,000.
And they dream to don't be like that.
Everybody in Nigeria want to be footballer, actor, or musician. I swear that I go my primary school like 4 years ago. Every single child where I ask, I see that's why I know they go school go. I was so heartbroken. I know they go any school, go ask anything, go give back anything. I'm done. I'm done. I am done. Vector, yeah. Vector say astro tough me. So true ambition, true dreams, true elevation, they don't remove them from our consciousness. We man no pass on to our children, because for our children to dream of those things, they must see the opportunity to be. That's why I use myself as an example. As Fela child, I see the opportunity to be in Egypt 80. But I'm not talking, oh, because my partner Fela, because I am inherently close to the power of Kalakuta, to the power of Egypt 80, to the power of the music, which is my father. You understand? That doesn't say just because I am Fela's son, you have to put me in Egypt 80. That is opportunism. Say, I dey use power, take what I'm not supposed to go take, just because I get the power. That is opportunism. As Fela's son, even though I see Egypt 80 as a way to enter and start my life and be great, I realize I must still go train myself well. Even for university, I studied music. Before I go, everybody, not advice they don't give me. Sure, why you go study music? Or go school, go study medicine, go study law, study business admin, something. What if your music doesn't work out? What if your music doesn't work? What, how? Why won't my music work out? You know, because for our own mentality, for your music to work out means say you are going to be the richest man in the world. If you are not the richest man in the world, then your music did not work out. But me, I've always just wanted to, because that's why I see my papa they leave. And they tell you now, when they grew up, my papa don't really hold back again. Fela don't leave money behind. Now, when I hear story of when my papa get back, I always hear story of when my papa hold money. But when they grow up, we were just comfortable. Fela don't even get car. I didn't have a car growing up in the house. Yeah, my dad did not even own one car. You know, see, after they're born in 36 cars, you know, they buy car again. So anywhere they go, they take taxi, finish. Sometimes when they give me money for taxi, as I'm a boy for streets, you know understand? As I'm a boy for streets, I'll go enter bus, palm the extra change, take, you know, buy extra things for my babe and my guys. Go out, carry go, that kind of Zoe's. Who people want to go chop pizza that time for near Zoe's? Zoe's like this, one pizza. Murphy's burger. Oh my goodness. Allen Avenue. You guys grow up Allen Avenue. Pintos. I see me. You know? So I never really grew up with excess. I always grew up like normal. It came one place opposite Murphy's. We be like hotel and joint. Havana. Oh my God, yeah, that's it. Let me remember that one. I mean that one. You don't remember that one. Let me remember that one. Havana. You don't understand? And let me tell you, people don't say kidnapping no rampant before. Killing. I don't know the Nigeria woman I grew up. I don't know the Nigeria woman I grew up. When they grew up in Nigeria, obtaining and robbery, now steady. Every street for Ikeja, robbery case every day, obtaining case every day. Then they kidnap, yes, but violent crime. Now don't forget, Operation Sweep, Rapid Response, nothing they no bring outside to combat the violence for this Lagos back in the day. You know what thing save us from the violence? Yahoo. Many boys switch to Yahoo from robbery, you know. So also they just say, no, all this already happened now. Now we have social media, we are all seeing it where. That's just the difference. You know? That's just the difference. So I know what me could not believe say Nigeria was once safe. Because we know they remember. Nigeria was me, I grew up, I be Lagos boy, original Lagos boy to the core. I walk out every corner, I saw law, fine babe, enter Ajegunle, Olodi Apapa, Komode, enter VI, Ikoyi. Before there was Lekki, we were going to Lekki. You don't understand, Lekki Beach, all those poor girls from Morocco, all those area, Clear, Kilo Soyi. Nowhere, where man is no reach. Go Ekpe before there was Ekpe. You don't understand. Waka all Lagos, fine babe, go Abule Egba, go Alakuko, Kolinti. No, that one I don't go to that country. But I find babe reach first tag. I no go Kuku Michael. But I find babe reach first tag. Go at the carry go trade fair, go buy things for her mom. Alakuko, Kolinti. Now Kolinti bus stop AIT did that time. AIT na the biggest TV station. So you guys go AIT. That time as a musician, you must go AIT. Now things have changed, man. And they tell you how many musicians they go AIT. Shame on us, Nigerian musicians. We don't get good mind. For us to abandon AIT like this, you say, Nigerian musicians. Know how you must go AIT. You know, Bobo Ipaja, Iyano Paja, you know, along Bobo, all those areas, Ogba, Iju. So me I waka Lagos so well. Me I know say Lagos has never, Nigeria has never been a safe place. Nigeria has never been a safe place, you know. And now the poverty don't reach where we say many men no fit enter online again, so everybody is back. Anyway, back to the issue of the day. So many people controlling many industries gone. Not be those industries, they don't study anything. How many people will own oil company? Me, I like the name of this our distribution company. Me, I like the name because disco, you know, disco like, you know. So now, this is what I'm telling you people in Nigeria. It is the duty of the Nigerian rich people. Those ones, see, when I say Nigerian rich people, I'm not talking about men with the also on their own. Yes, if you feel say you are an individual, and individualism like your ideology, say anything where you get like your own and you don't need to care about your community, your surrounding. Hey, sorry. Fine. Good for you. Do you. I'm not complaining. But those big men, where they in charge of our commonwealth, where they sell the things where belong to everybody, where they take our land, grow food for themselves, the big farmers, big agricultural people like Obasanjo, where take Operation Feed the Nation, turn to Obasanjo Farms Nigeria. All those kind of land where they give them in concession. All these people where they own all our real estate. All the people where they own all our natural resources, where they sell them from limestone, where they do cement, to crude oil, where they do petrol, tin, columbite, coltan, everything where they sell, the gold where they bring out from Oshun and Zamfara. All these people, they control all this kind of business which belong to everybody. Now their business and their duty to train people where go run those industries properly. Not because they use and do opportunism. You carry person whenever train for petrochemical engineering because now your boy. When you want to show people, want to can show people for town, say, if we bow down to you, you can be a millionaire. You carry our life, put for person when they competent hand. They use on a personal interest, not the theories where they run those industries. Because every industry gets scientific theories where they make our operate, where they create the policies, where they make them work well for every advanced nation. Now your duty to take your children, train them properly in those industries that you control. No, but you allow them to do whatever they like. All your the one they sing, you go to do DJ. The one they do DJ, you go to act. The one they act, you go there for background, they direct film. The one they direct film, you go they write book. When they write book, what it can be una input for the industries where una the control. No, it must be politicized. Used to give people positions of power. Positions of power. They will come back for Nigeria because they do a PR. Imagine. You, a man that controls the nation, you have all our resources in your hand. You born Peking, you go to do PR. PR. Not be rocket scientists, not be surgeon, not be petrochemical engineer, not be civil engineer, he not be chemist, and he not be nuclear physicist, he not be theoretical physicist, he not be political scientist. Na PR. They put billboard for toll gates. Exactly. They can't say that is success story. They be big men. But in the things that matter, they use opportunism. So that's why I always tell you people to watch for your pastors and your imams. You know, when you go church, you see, this thing a game. Everything is so intertwined. They are all so together. Listen to me. All this thing a game. Game. You go church, go dey pray, say may God bless you, may God do this. Pastor don't dey notice you, say you dey come every Sunday. He know say you be intelligent guy. Say if him plug you into opportunities, the tithe where you go dey return alone, the calls when you go dey make to you, because you will be grateful to him for the opportunity. All their men where they control for government, for oil and gas, all these banks. They tell them, I say, any opening, no, Baba. We get one opening for our company. Send us candidates. Pastor say, if you go down, they pray. He will come meet you now, say, God don't answer your prayer. Say, oh, I see vision. Send your CV out now to this company, this company, this company, this company. He go mention like some company. Maybe he say that just random. He know where you don't push button with your name, oh. You know when you push button with your name, oh. You can't send that now, they can't give you that job. You can say, oh, Father Lord. You don't know that you are a tool of opportunism. Tool of opportunism. You carry this thing that you go begin to bow to the church day and night of your life, thinking that they have done you a favor. Thinking that they have done something for you. Same thing in the imam and all these people. Go and look at our police force. Look at our police force. They still operate the way the colonial police operates. Our military still operates the way the colonial military operates. You know why? Because we're not creating people that go and study this military science. We are not mixing it with history to know what happened before and how we can. Nothing. Just carry your brother, put him for army. As soon as he enter the army, they begin promote. Nigeria full of generals who never fight war before. We don't know. Some of them are sure they even know how to shoot gun. Some of them, I don't say if you put gun for their front, you scatter and they can't put it back together. But they are general in the army. General in the army. This is a nation of opportunists. And they always use the word deliberate when they discuss about Nigeria and why we must develop. We must be deliberate. You see, Bill Gates, if it was in country, in children don't need to be scientists, they don't need to know tech. They can do whatever they like. Because in country they provide 1 million geniuses every day where you employ from the best universities in the world. And when those universities for some reason not give away what you need, he get the money to bring the best minds from anywhere in the world to come do the work for us. Can we say that in Nigeria? Can we say that in Nigeria? No, we can't say that. We can't say that the Nigerian universities are the best, that they are producing geniuses. We all know that they are producing undereducated graduates, and the most part, right? So we must be deliberate in the creation of the minds to run our infrastructures. We must be deliberate in the minds that are running our educational system. But now, like, go look all the vice chancellors of our university, all are political, because of political affiliation they did here, because of name. None of them be true philosophers, none of them be true visionaries. Go look the board of directors for Nigerian universities. Go look the level of intellectualism even among the professors. Very low. So the opportunism, Nigeria is Opportunism, opportunism, opportunism. You know? We must again rediscover what it means say we are building nations. Then Buhari is a deliberate act. Babangida is a deliberate act. Go ask them. They were deliberately picked and sent to the army, pushed through, promoted because northern Nigeria needed people in the military. Many of our professors, doctors, first doctors, when they run Nigeria, all these elder statesmen, when they spoil the whole country, all of them were deliberately trained for deliberate positions that we needed to run the nation. Are they saying to us now in this generation and this time, say, we don't need this deliberate act to run the infrastructure of this nation? Say they need to deliberately train people, go and look for the minds, preferably African minds that can help us to do the things that we need in our country. No, everything is politicized. It's held by power and used as opportunity to share position up and down the place. Nobody wants to be a teacher. Nobody is here dreaming, oh, I want to grow up to be a teacher, to lecture the next minds. Right or wrong? Nobody wants to be teacher. So if they see teachers for Nigeria now, it is based on opportunism. Many people go when they enter inside teacher training college now as last resort. So yes, as we continue our prayer this Sunday for our unmerited favor, let us all remember that a nation of opportunists can never be deliberate about its development. You understand? A nation of opportunists can never be deliberate about its development. Even if you look at our ministerial portfolios, yes. How many ministers learn the work where they do for the ministry? The one we're even proud of, will be doctor himself, will be Minister of Health that time. He said Nigeria no need doctor. He said doctors for Nigeria need to go find another work. Saying your own tailor, not doctor. These are the minds. So that doctor degree where you get, I should say you learn the doctor where. In buy that degree. Or in use mago get out. A nation will prioritize, a minister of health will prioritize in outfits, passing health. Say the doctors need to become tailor. Beg, I beg, send some unmerited favor my way. I beg. You get my account number, Vector. No try me. Oh. Send me my unmerited favor. I beg. It go better for you. So yeah, so there we go. We as motherland people must now become deliberate in our actions. We go in our own engagement with these men, these opportunists where they run our country. Yeah, because they are opportunists. I keep saying it. I look at the top of all the industries. Everybody will get oil well. I say with this Nigeria, hairdresser get oil well. Hairdresser. Person they dress hair. They give her oil well. You don't understand what I mean by lack of thinking. And nobody in the, like this is what is going on. The whole country. The whole country is run like this. The oppressor wants us to believe in his own ability to grant favor like God. You know, if you believe say something is able to grant you a good life and future, it is difficult to attack that thing. It is difficult. They want us to believe that money and favor and positions You know, they control it, make it political. So everybody bow down, waiting for this favor to fall down. I know Fashola, a minister of housing, not be lawyer. In an engineer, is Fashola an engineer? Not be lawyer read. Abi? Fashola a lawyer now. What he concern lawyer for Ministry of Housing? What does he know about columns and pillars?
Fashola was the inspector.
That's why anything when they say make it do, Baba will not put toll gate because the contract is Abi do. So okay, even though you built it, let me do my own work. Let's bring a contract of how we are going to sell it to somebody. That contract, Baba Sabi. No, Vector. Fashola not be camera finder. Fashola is a lawyer. All lawyers are officers of the law. So every lawyer is also a part-time investigator. To be a good lawyer, you must be good at investigating. If you be lawyer and you know Sabi investigate, you don't know your job. Every lawyer, and they tell you, if I swear, if you collect lawyer, when they charge you, say you get criminal case now, you can't get lawyer, and the lawyer no add for your charge, say investigative fees, no say you are going to jail. This is not a good lawyer, because the lawyers, they must go and re-investigate what the police investigate to find out if they missed something, if the investigation was according to the law. So when you see Fashola that day investigating, you will know that is the lawyer in him, the SAN in him, the senior advocate of Nigeria in him, coming out to investigate to be sure if the police miss. I go die. Nigeria go kill me. So why is Fashola a lawyer? Minister of Housing. Something that is more engineering. Opportunism. Finish. Opportunism. You know, as where he's supposed to be, Attorney General, somebody with more power than his own Oga, has chosen his own person to be there. So instead of him now, Fashola, to do the honorable thing, I say, I know nothing about engineering. If you cannot give me Attorney General, you know, fuck off. I'll retire from politics. But he, man, is an opportunist. How did he become governor of Lagos? Opportunist. Say, okay, no, Attorney General, Magba, engineer, baby. Ma mulo mi, ma mulo se engineering.
Hello?
So that's what is going on in Nigeria. That is what is going on in Nigeria.
I'm at this place. What's the next street? I'll come to
Anybody can even be Minister of Labor. So far you are working before and you understand the working. You can be anybody. That's a more broad portfolio. But there are some specialized portfolio. For example, Buhari is Minister of Petroleum. Buhari is Minister of Petroleum. This is a specialist. Does Buhari have degree in petrochemical engineering, in chemistry? We are still looking for his WAEC. As we are talking now, we are still searching for Buhari's WAEC result. But he's there, Minister of Petrol. Because why? He has the opportunity to do it. And in Nigeria, they don't make us believe. Say once they give you the opportunity to do something, once they give you the opportunity to do something, God now don't give you. You understand? They are God. Once they give God, like, whether you deserve it, you don't deserve it, whether as you are doing it is killing millions of people. Because at the end of it all, this homelessness that our lack of being deliberate in housing is causing the petrol tankers burning everywhere. Price of bistro, I'll come meet you there now. Price of this thing burning out. He is involved in it. It is killing millions of people. But it is God that is giving these people the opportunity. Abi? It is God's plan. Only millions of Africans are dying in this God's plan. Why is this your God's plan, not killing millions of Europeans? Why is it that it's only Africans that are dying from God's plan? From unmerited favor. They'll say it's generational curse. They'll say it's generational curse. Africans are too bad. What did Africans do that are bad? Africans use people for sacrifice. Africans, okay, let's go to history. Let's open the history books and see among Africans and Europeans and Arabs, who has killed more people in this world? Who has done more evil things? Let's go and read the history. Even when they tell us that Calabar people killed twins, I will teach you the context. I always tell people this thing. Me, I'm a Yoruba person, for example. Why are they teaching me that Calabar people were killing twins? Am I Calabar? What is my business with the fact that Calabar people were killing twins? Why is that part of my education? Why are you telling me Mary Slessor came to stop it? Just to understand, you are elevating Mary Slessor as a savior and reducing Africans as savages. Now, if you know true Calabar spirituality, if you know true Calabar tradition, the image of the God that Calabar people worship were twins, male-female twins. You know, the twin image, that's what they worship. The way the Japanese have yin and yang. You know, Africans, we always believed, Shango and Oya, all these things, we always believed in, you know, yin yang. This is the first world people. What we know now is yin yang, you know. The balance that in all of us is good and evil, but we must balance it. You understand? So when they now encountered Christianity, the Christian priest now told them that any other god, apart from this white god, is a devil, is evil. Now, Calabar people have been worshipping the twins. So when you give birth to twins, it was a sign. They used to worship people that give birth to twins. The whole time we come, they would dance. It was a replica of their gods. You know, their gods have come in form of man. It was a moment to be happy and joyous and party. But after Christianity came, when you gave birth to twins, you have given birth to devil. You understand? You have given birth to devil. So it was the church that actually encouraged Calabar people to start smashing twins to death, dropping them in evil forests, to solidify Christianity. They didn't teach us that part, but they came back to teach us that Oyibo people stop it. Yes, of course, they have to stop it because they start up. They have to stop it because now they start up. So I repeat, let's go into history. Let's even forget, okay, let's agree that Calabar people were just like that. They used to kill twins, yes. European people too used to burn women on the stake. Millions of women were killed in Europe, calling them witches. At least in Africa, we don't used to kill witch. Just the way now in Africa we used to kill witch. But before in Africa, we didn't used to kill witch. But now they will be telling us that we are barbarians for burning people on the street as witch. Forgetting that it is Oyibo that came to teach us here to be burning people as witch. To be burning people as witch. And we are still doing it. You know why we are still doing it? Because the effort that was put into teaching us this behavior, the effort that was put into teaching us this behavior, even 1% of it has not been put on teachers. Nobody is taking the interest. It's being deliberate to make Africans unlearn toxic things that was taught to them by force for 400 years. You have to understand, if you did not do these things, Europeans will kill you. So Africans were doing it under duress, by force. So after forcing us, drilling it in our brain, nobody now is telling us that all those things were wrong. Oh. Nobody is using that same effort to erase it. Nobody is putting the effort. So it is important that we understand where many things come from, where people are just talking about African people and generational curse. Because I'm wondering, why is this their God? You know, only bringing about African generational curse when we have committed the least atrocity against humanity. We have committed the least atrocities. The history is there. But you'll be hearing African people with generational curse to justify millions of their brothers and sisters dying because of their own selfishness. Anyway, it is important before I go today to also touch on the MOP calls for donation. I'm going to post some things about it this week, and I hope that you all engage and at least we start this conversation. You know, setting up the structure has not been easy, but we are doing it. A lot of people ask me all the time, oh, I want to join it, I want to join it. People are in my DM, and I tag it all the time, and I tell people all the time, if you want to do anything with MOP, join MOP, be a part of MOP, go on at MOP Center on Instagram or MOP.org, right? MOP.org online. You know, we're also on Telegram. All the links are on the website MOP.org.ng. MOP.org.ng is true. Sorry, me, I have it on my phone. So yeah, MOP.org.ng, and then you can link into all our platforms and all our pages. You know. Yeah, so that's it. So King 21, you've been asking for solutions. My own solution is to organize. So that's why I talk about MOP. You know, that's my own solution. You know, but as I said, a lot of people don't want to organize, but they still want to ask for solution. You know, the solution is to organize. Stop asking for stop asking questions that have already been answered. You know. Yeah, so that's the life for today. That's the life for today. We as motherland people, many of the things we do today, we've been taught it is learned behavior. You know, so let's look for a way to balance that out. Thank you very much for joining the live today. Let us all endeavor to have a good Sunday, relaxing Sunday, enjoy our weekend or what is left of it. You know, cheers. How are day, people? Welcome to the show. Hello, everybody. There's one more thing where I want to put for the headline of the show today, and I try to remember. No fix. So we'll do this too. So how is everybody today? If you live for traffic right now, I hope you're not driving and watching this thing. No, please face road. Can you say this now rush hour time? People will come from work. Yay! And also, they will also get what do they call them? They need to be careful of the trailers on the road. And I go hear them tomorrow now. Say, what do they call them? One trailer don't kill some people for Joe Legba again. You understand? And I go hear them for news and they say I'm already on the day social media. So trailer don't fall on top of container don't fall on top of this thing. So I go hear that one tomorrow. But let's go. Before we go, notice they like bring my issues to Namona help me judge. Somebody get the audacity. Somebody get the audacity to ask me, say me I apologize to her for something will happen for my bistro. The audacity indeed. But I will tell you the gist. And if I vote, say make I apologize, I swear I will apologize. So the day before yesterday, I go my daughter's school. Go do what do they call her? Christmas carol. Now wow, for this Africa, now everything we do except our children must celebrate everything except African culture. I never go do Shango Day for the school. Even when they do Oshun Festival for Oshobo, then they mark out for the school every Christmas. But this year my daughter plays shepherd. She had 2 lines. Adara is a scientist, she's not an artist. A child form, because she will still, this what do they call her? This her stage now as a little child, as a toddler. She will still die, become teenager. We will still die, become the adult. You know? So all those kind of things will still happen. So maybe, but her child form now, she's a scientist. Her best scores are in science class, science subjects and things like that in her class. So right now, her brain is very scientific. Yeah, you know. So it's interesting. I'm watching. Maybe we'll have the first Anikulapo Kuti doctor, because all of us for Anikulapo Kuti, all of us we even go school still and music we did. We never get a doctor before or lawyer. Or Anikulapo Kuti, a musician, artist, you know, or jobless. I swear down, we never do anything for arts before or sciences. So hopefully, you know, more Anikulapo Kuti. You know. But when she said marriage, she go carry her husband. She know if he drop Kuti name, you know, she know if it's too strong. Which she won't marry, when she go drop the name, she know if it. Anyway, so I can't come back house. I drop my wife for bistro. I can't come back house. So as I come out, I did for upstairs, I did chill. My wife can't come and say, somebody can't chop for Kuti bistro. Can't say the person chop, you know won't pay. See, because we add consumption tax money to the bill. Say he no go pay the money. My wife can say, say that Lagos State say me they charge consumption charge. Because Lagos State they can't take out for our hand. Consumption tax money. Say more they charge out to customers we come there. You know? Then the guy say, in the work for tax office. Me and my wife go bring our tax receipt, come, we will take the pay that consumption tax. Imagine, first of all, just imagine such talk. Just imagine you can't chop somewhere. Time to pay. You say they go bring tax people come because they work for tax office. They work for tax office. Imagine all these people, everybody power show up and down the fucking place. Everybody is a strong man in Lagos. You never see where go do your strong man. Come strong and come go marry for come do it for Kuti Bistro. Sheon Kuti's and his wife's restaurant. I know say my wife small way. I dey tell her many times Nigerian men and all these Nigerian Christian and Muslim men. You know say I believe say when did they call them? Since God tell them say that they create these women for, you always feel that this is an Abrahamic God. Don't enter on their head. See, women have to be fucked with, women have to be toyed with, trifled with. Women are serious matter. Before I even enter this story, finish. That's why one day, me and they drive for my wife back. My wife they drive, they go for front. We dey for hold door. One woman and in driver. They won't enter my wife, you know, my wife front. So she no gree. She just they go out. So she no gree. Her Jeep brush their car. You know, really they hit her, you know, because she no reach top, made they enter her front. So the man, the driver of the lady, hit my wife. You know, and yesterday, I don't know if you know my wife. Yesterday, she's like 5'4". You know, 5'4". She's not really that tall. You know, not be big girl. You know. So as soon as the thing happened, the woman came down, was hollering at yesterday. The woman driver don't come down. They collect my wife key, won't beat my wife. It will say I know day for my wife back to drive. Only God knows that guy go don't do to my wife. Now when I come down from car, as I come down where I first know the guy, they come the call peace. Hey, take it easy, let's discuss. But when you see only the woman there, you know won't discuss, so you won't take in key, you won't show power. You can't see person who won't follow you drag now. You say let's discuss. You don't understand. So now, this day for yesterday, on Tuesday, they come day our place. Like my wife tell me say the guy. So as my wife tell me say he say they work for Lagos State Tax Office. As soon as they talk all those things, say the guy they work for Lagos. My belly on the turn. Don't they say the guy don't have gas? I say no go pay. Now for Kuti's Bistro, when we put our bill down for anybody, when we draw our receipts, I don't want make customer know the truth. The Lagos State people tell us make they hide the consumption charge. They advise us make we hide that inside our cost of the food. Why go hide them? Not be legal bill when they charge. If you are proud of yourselves, why should you be hiding the bill inside our food price? Say no. So for my bill, I dey break everything down for them. Both VAT, both consumption charge, everything is separate than the money we might collect from our hand be this. When I notice say now we want the charging like this, so now Lagos State government, the hammer owner and federal government, VAT, hammer, everybody collecting, dipping their hand in your pocket. Abi? Now you say struggle is expensive. Struggle with this, so everybody say as they go. Anyway, as my wife called me, I don't go there, so I dey vex already. I don't even want to know anything. How you go chop when it reach time to pay? You go say you be tax man. May we go bring our tax. I see that thing they still bust my head in. I see the vex. Say we go bring our tax paper. Come for you to see first. Imagine these people. Anyway, now I enter the place. As I enter the place, the guy friends don't go beg down. Imagine you and your job, they go beg you come from outside. Me you come back on pay. So as me I enter the place, I just with the guy, everybody they like to me say, because my staff they know me say, I think they joke with those kind of nonsense. Finally I can't see that the guy did for my front since. You wear one kind cap. Omo, now I first come on the cap. So I come on the cap, and I first take the cap, I first take the cap and give am serious. To say I use my hand slap, I know you know go hot like that. I mean, wham! So say they mad. Same person go bring it. Where you don't ever who can I mean, imagine make person go when you go eat for restaurant, they bring your bill. You say you won't go see their tax returns before you pay your bill. I never talk finish. Oh. There were like 5 of them. There were like 5 of them, you know. And all these people don't really understand, because me, I know the Nigerian spirit in our heart. We are bred with some kind of cowardice and fear. You are subdued. Before I feel run for fights, people must reach like from 10 upwards. 10 Lagos boys upwards. 1 to 8, 9. I'll believe say almost. And you just need to get each of them 1-1. 1-1, 1-1. I believe that. So now, as the remaining of them launch at me, at the time, I say, why did they launch at me like in I want 5 minutes? So I push, you know, I was pushing them back. One of them can't do my back. You know, apparently, now he be the peacemaker. Peacemaker because he go beg in friend when no on job, when no one pay. He go beg and come back, may come pay. See, like, now he beg the guy come back. But in they behind me, you know. So as they push me from front, sorry guys, as they push me from front, this dude they pull me from behind, you know. So at the same time, now they at my most dangerous, most vulnerable position behind me. He was behind me. He pulled me. So as he pulled me, I felt saying don't wound me. You know, he scratched me here like this. See? It won't just be good now, like 2 days old scratch. It's nothing. You know? Nothing. But a scratch. But I felt it. So as I feel like I wear short sleeve, you know, short, one kind fancy short shirt like this. Because they come from my daughter's school, red for Christmas. So as I do that thing, me, my training, the reflex of my training coming. So I pull them close with my hand. I see they pull me. I take my elbow, you know, free myself from. I say, leave me, you know. So you know, leave me. Familiar, you know, they watch UFC that even that they see our boy Israel. You know, and I didn't really lean into it to like destroy anything or like to come out, you know, teeth or bend jaw, you know, or knock him out. It was just a tap, familiar, you know, just little help, you know, pull close, change arm, oh more. Now, you know, imagine boss more, you know, teeth no come out, TBJ, come on. Sorry, I get one friend called TBJ in the year. This one never die, you. This one really do miracle. So leave me where I give the guy in little spillage, you know. So me I really I pursue on the outside, you know. I pursue on the outside, say me they leave the place and everything. Next thing, these 5 people will attack, they rush me, everything. They tell me say I supposed to apologize. Me I bully them. Imagine, I know carry boys go there. I know carry one say only me go. Only me. You know, no boys, no nothing, no arms, no weapons. So they talk, say make me I come apologize to them. If I think say I need to apologize to them, say I don't bully them like that. But I let me do, I will apologize. You understand? The only that people apologize that kind of thing, you know, as my people, because I don't feel see finish. But for my own, I never do them anything. I never do them anything. And they come my restaurant, come on chop, no one pay. They humiliate my wife. You see me, she go bring tax paper, come. All those kind of rubbish. You know? I don't understand. I don't understand at all. So, anyway, let's keep going. Topic of the day. Topic for the day. Topic of the day, we say 14, no, sorry, they say now 17, no, not be 14. I tell you 14 children. Say 14 children don't die today. Trailer, sorry, by today is 17 children, we don't die now. 17 children, trailer crushed them today for Ojodu Grammar School. Yesterday, sorry. 14 yesterday died, 3 today died. Now, the eyewitness, one of the eyewitnesses, sorry, where I see for the news, talk say they carry the children, 4 of them, go 4 different hospitals for that area, and they reject. You understand? They reject those children. School children rejected by 4 hospitals. And I say I get Nigeria doctor. I don't know. Government say now only 2 children die for the police. Abi? Yes, so they say police confirm only 2 deaths. Imagine, only 2. 2. Like say 2 children supposed to die for that kind of thing. Say 2 children supposed to die for that kind of incident. Now social media, all the influencer, everybody quiet. Nobody for Lagos will say they never see that news one way or the other. They've seen the news. We've seen that news. We've seen it. Last week, that one pikin died for Guru. I'm not comparing the death of the children. I'm comparing our reaction. I'm comparing our reaction. Everybody want to know the name of the owner of the school, Dowen College. I don't know if anybody don't find out the name till now. Because me, now government will tell me if I don't know the name. Government then go announce the name. You understand? To make it official. The person where a building collapse gone, now street we hear a name. Now street we hear a name. Government never till now, what's not happen about the collapse building? Any investigation? What is going on about it? Abi? Since the owner don't die, for the building, we must not know about anything there again. Government cannot officially name anybody, not do anything. Government didn't do anything. So the trailer now, their area boys, where they see, I tell you, when these things happen, you as Lagosians go to say those area boys where they run go burn the trailer, we keep person. Where they run go burn those trailers. And I will say they do it because they protect street. Say, hey, I want this street me. Now lie. All of them, see all those area boys, they be real gang, that's a gang. They do under the area boy, father, NURTW, Alaye, all those people of the area, where APC they sought them. Those people go rush, go where the trailer, they don't go burn now. They go say they do jungle justice. Then they burn the evidence of knowing the owner of the trailer. When he hears the trailer driver escape, Now because they let her escape. No one trailer driver feel run for any street where boy do they no go catch her. If you say they lie here, you wait there for when they stay for one area, go another area, go thief. Where boys don't know you there. Maybe they shout only, maybe men pursue you. Maybe you swear that if you escape. You know if you escape. Now boys go still let the guy escape. Based on the agreement of all the billionaires with everybody, this conspiracy, you know, everything in the year now. No new law, nothing, no punitive law on trailer owners. Why? Because all Nigerian big men, all are guilty. All of them they use trailer for all of them in their trailer. And now there's no standardization, no training for the driver, no test. You don't see trailer driver with glasses before. Since you there for this country, you don't see any trailer driver with glasses before. Dr. Ponti said the driver was caught. When they catch the driver, the police go catch him. Except the police go catch him because all the news were here yesterday. From channels to everybody, newspaper, we say the driver escaped. Wait till I hear me say the driver escaped. Oh. Now waiting they talk with that too. So except the new news where I don't know, yeah, maybe new development. So if you know escape, I beg, make una let me know. I'll be happy. So everybody, you don't see any Nigerian trailer driver with glasses. You don't see before. We wear glasses, they drive. So all trailer drivers in Nigeria, 2020 vision. All of them, perfect eyesight. Even all those old men. Perfect eyesight, everybody. See, basic. To take so our drivers, oh, let's go and pay for you to have eye test. If you get bad eye test, take glasses. At least if you see where you go. If you drive for night, maybe if you see other cars in front of you, make things clear. Maybe you defeat. You never seen before? When I don't see him before, I can never see him before, my people. And also, all trailers in driving in this Lagos state are registered. All trailers operating within the state, coming from outside the state, every trailer is registered. All the companies where ply that route, they are known. Every single company where they ply that road, before trailer fit enter that road, they collect permit, they know who they fit pass there. Go and check the company who is missing a trailer. Who is missing a trailer right now? Simple, you will catch, but nobody could do that one. So, no eyeglass. Although a car with the brake no good, then they maintain them. Nothing. You know, insist for your drivers to get complete papers. Then they, but everybody in Nigeria is a billionaire. Everybody get trucks all over the place, driving. Everybody different, all company truck involved in this. Everybody, firm, they go close case. Nobody talk. I remember when one trailer explode for Express, kill 19 people officially, because that the 19 people they carry inside motor. But me, I know say for hold up, hawkers must be everywhere. So no hawker die. Only people wait inside motor die. All these things don't add up to me. That's my own theory. No add up. But I'm surprised, say, after this kind of carnage, this kind, state violence against the people, because when people keep dying like this from avoidable deaths, avoid death we feel prevent. When people die from things like malaria, when people die from things like a trailer running from asthma, going to kill people, you are going to school, you are not safe in your school. They say that you can't join gang inside school, university students being shot. These are avoidable deaths. Internal aggression, politicians sponsoring violence, getting out of control. All these are avoidable. Avoidable deaths. So that's state violence. because the state is not doing anything. For 60 years now, where Africans say they don't take, these people say they be African president, African, 60 years, they've not solved any problem. Whatever is killing us then is still killing us now. So the polio is back to Nigeria. Polio, what's next? Smallpox. What's next? Now smallpox. Smallpox. But there's definite silence on the issue. Nobody is talking about how we want them to get to the bottom of this. They must investigate. Nobody is looking for pictures. Many of the mothers, I see the mothers saying they never see their children. I did watch one interview about people who say they get picking, they can't find their children yet. You know, this is a very heart-wrenching story, but they are children from Ojodu Grammar School. You know, they are children from Ojodu Grammar School. They are obviously from poor backgrounds. You know, or at least, you know, not their parents are, you know, not as wealthy as parents that live in Lekki. You know, so exactly we can forget them. You know, this is not, you know, enough of our outrage. I mean, Nigerian professionals need to come to an understanding. And we in MOP, most of the people, are working towards that as well. But there must be a week where we want to be sure of the Nigerian professional solidarity and your alignment. Where do you truly lie? What do you truly represent? You know, how do we really, you know, tap into your own feelings regarding the situation of your people? You know, because everybody, we are your people too. We are the people of the professionals of Nigeria. You know, we are the reflection of the Nigerian professionals because you are the ones in charge of the country on our behalf. Okay. Call me when you get it. You know, so I implore all of you, I beg all of you to please, let's take these people serious. We need to, there has to be a week where we strike on the behalf of what poor people go through. The profession of Nigeria, you have to show the people of Nigeria that you love them. You know, this is not about the money you go chopping. If nobody breaks the picket line, your God cannot do anything. We all organize in our offices, in the government parastatals, in the agencies, all Nigerian professionals. We will stay at home for a week. No protest, no anything. Just to let them know that yes, it's time. If they too, now that you've shown them where you are aligned with, if they don't change, that we too will now know where that our government is not our government. You understand? So that's our duty. We have to show alignment with the people, the profession of Nigeria, you know. No, we cannot be using this double standard. It's not fair on the people of this country at all. Anyway. Yeah, you know, we must think about this, you know, because I'd like to move on from the topic, but the Nigerian professional class must really do something about that. You know, for me, it's really important. You know, secondly, there's fuel subsidy removal planned by the government. Nigerians, please, I don't believe this issue at all. I can show you. Just go on Google now and put fuel subsidy removal Nigeria. Fuel subsidy removal Nigeria. Please check it out. You will see that this government has removed subsidy 2 years ago. Oh, now make the money of fuel come 160 something. They say they removed subsidy. Which subsidy are they talking about again? Which subsidy are they talking about again? I don't get it. How many subsidy they for this country? Now the big issue is not subsidy or no subsidy or anything. is that Nigeria cannot refine its own petrol. We cannot refine crude oil into petrol by ourselves. Does that make sense to anybody? Does that make sense to anybody? When they are saying world prices, are we going to buy petrol, crude oil in the world? Why should we be tied to world prices? When you are so how can Nigerians be talking about world prices? Buhari is the Minister of Petroleum. Yes, I know you don't know that. Most of you don't know that. Buhari is also the Minister of Petroleum. Like the only president that had Minister of Petroleum was Jonathan, and because he don't get the mouth to hold the position, he don't get the military backing. Obasanjo was Minister of Petrol, Yaradua was Minister of Petrol. All of them are Minister of Petrol, because that's where the money is, where the thief daily. Why can't Nigerians demand that their refineries are fixed? Dangote has been moving the opening of his refinery every year. It was supposed to be in 2017, then 2018, 2020, 2021 don't finish now. Still no refinery. How many years to build refinery? See, they not be saying that our refinery. See, these refineries are not like car. This is not be car. They are not like all these electronics. They don't they spoil. They don't they spoil. You can Google it. There are refineries still operating in the world that are hundreds of years old. Sorry, 100 years old. Sorry, not hundreds. We're 101 and hundreds. Abi? 101 and hundreds. You know, 110 years old. 70. Refineries are old. The older, the better. Now, even though these refineries are not working, they are telling you they are spending billions every month on it. I am telling you, Nigerian people, that all this petrol they are saying they are going to import, majority of it is from our refinery again. Nobody is importing anything. When they import small, they can import small to have paper. They will lie in the port. They will fake paper that they import. I can bet you that they are selling us petrol from our refinery. Refinery don't spoil like that. What's going on? Why can't we build refinery, make it work? We have fuel in this country that can give us as much fuel as we need. Now they say petrol subsidy, petrol Nigerian consume. Abi, am I crazy? 55% more. You know, nation, because na Tinubu get nation can never carry such news for front page. You know, now only politics nation they carry. You know, nation they talk that kind of thing. You know, concern nation. But you see this. See, Nigerian petrol imports jump by 55%. Nigeria petrol imports jumped by 55%. Meaning say inside this Owu where they say we see they drive, we they buy more car. Say everybody they buy car. 55% more. We consume over half or plus half of what we are. You don't understand 55%? Almost we are half of double. More than half of double. Who is consuming it? That's why they say Nigerians they consume before na 30 million liters a day, then 45 million, now na 55 million barrels a day. Waiting with the take and do, who they use them? Let's even assume say everybody they buy full tank every day. Eh? You buy full tank now, you want to go buy full tank tomorrow. How are we using 55 million liters a day? When you buy full tank, even though you buy full tank for your gen, if you buy today, you will buy tomorrow if you buy full tank. But generator na diesel now. Most generator, diesel, petrol. Okay, let's even add generator. How many liters of generator diesel? When you fill your generator up, except you don't get light for 24 hours a day. And people they stay for those areas who don't get 24 hours a day light, many they don't get gen. They don't even get a better pass my neighbor. You understand? So at least you go get light small. Except if they stay for village. Even for village they get light. Light will still come go. Everybody they use, me say they use diesel money don't go. Diesel is over 300 naira. Diesel over 300 naira now. Per liter. Even for their filling station, say that every day they can't drop petrol. Now every day filling station they sell petrol finish, when they come gas refill their tank. Not be every day, even filling station. Not be every day that they refill their tank. So how are we consuming this? The issues really and how they go about it, but that is the game. That is the game. No matter the generator where you buy, where you get the car, where you get, you know, even though you feel all, if you get 25 cars, you feel everything, feel your gen, you don't go do them again the next day. That's my own. Even you now when they get, if you don't get like 24 hours. I should say you go on your gen 24 hours. You don't go on at 24 hours now. Gen must rest. If you on them 24 hours, you go spoil. You know this, I know this. So this menace of fuel subsidy is bullshit. The only way to end fuel subsidy and all this bullshit in Nigeria is that, you see, we for MOP, we're going to ban Somebody give me one mask. I say if you reach 550 million, shall imagine say 10 million Nigerians buy 5 liters a day. 10 million Nigerians cannot buy 5 liters a day. 10 million Nigerians no get use for car to buy of petrol. Wait, do you think you're that rich? Where the 10 million Nigerians now? Where the 10 million Nigerians? Una say we plenty like that, where they alright? Man, I don't talk like, eh? How many Nigerians will even believe they get car? You just say few Nigerians get plenty car. How many Nigerians get motor, car, their own car? That's what we don't stay for Lagos. Small, you know, almost everybody near you. They have one small car where they push. No looking like that too. No looking like that too. 10 million Nigerians buy 5 liters. For where? Where? Don't you be 10 million? You need to be 10 million people. If 10 million people do okay for this country, all of us will keep quiet. Because we say something is happening well in this country. 10 million people, they okay. My brother, 10 million people don't do okay for Nigeria. 10 million people don't do okay. We won't get anything to do with. Exactly. Shady don't remind me this that they say only 2% of Nigerians get over 500,000 and above for their bank account. Only 2% of Nigerians have 500,000 and above in their bank account. We are 200 million. 1% of 200 million is 2 million. So that's 4 million people only have 500,000 and above in their account. Only 4 million only. So no go there. I say 10 million Nigerians, no they all right. 10 million Nigerians, no they all right. It's impossible. Only 2% have 500k or more in their account. Only 2% have 500k or more. So even our billionaires are among these 2%. Only 2% get 500k or more in their. Only 4 million Nigerians, they okay. The rest, hand to mouth, they struggle. Everybody's struggling. You know this, I know this. Because all of that they form rich man for internet, that they forget saying, no, you don't get 500k for your account. You forget it because that day online now, everybody won't forget, say, no 500k, they for accounts. Come on, guys. When I don't come internet, they forget because if you buy data, rent house, you say you owe money. You are not there. Which 5, they take you and 20 of your friends. Not be 4 million, get 500k, some get 500 million, 1 billion, but all of us is 2%, get over 500k. You know. So I better go. So we cannot believe this false subsidy scam. Now failure. We need to ask for more evidence. We need to ask for more evidence. You know, this is the time. See, Buhari, a man like Buhari, this spiritual Nigeria get now, you know, Buhari has been committing coups in 1966. The revenge coup, Buhari, they part of the people who carry out this coup for 1966. He has been in power. He has been part of the inner corpus of this country. Buhari, this is the second time he's Minister of Petrol. This is the second time Buhari is Minister of Petrol. Now, under their own petrol game with Abacha, when Buhari was chairman of Petroleum Trust Fund. Now all our refineries shut down finally. You feel me? Tonight is Minister of Petrol again and President. And we are seeing more mago in our petroleum. So you know how corrupt that man is. So anyway, let us remember that before this first thing blow up. Tomorrow, I'll be back on the People's Perspective. I'm COVID free now. I don't do my test. I don't see no more COVID in my body. So tomorrow, I'm at work. So join us 11 to 12 on Lagos Talks 91.3 for the People's Perspective. And this Christmas, I get 2 shows. One for Shrine on Christmas Day and one for Island for Bature Brewery on New Year's Eve. You know, revolutionary holidays. Let's do this. Bye, everybody.